guys? Welcome back to another episode of Soul Talk. We are with my man Shaylin from Kickcraft.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
How you doing, brother?
All good, man.
Easy.
All good.
So Shaylin is, I don't know, I like to call you a sneaker box designer, artist.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, what you do is art at the end of the day. Something you create for other people, man. So, yeah, man, welcome to the show.
Appreciate
bro.
it, dog. Man, sneaker.
Hey, thank you, man. So I wanna jump into my first question for you. So Kickcraft, how did that come about?
Look, man, to be honest, like I've gotten this question a few times.
Yeah.
Like, so I always wanted to do a wooden box,
Mm-hmm.
and a few friends of mine, I would speak to them and say, like, man, I want to make a wooden box,
Yeah.
a sneaker box, just do something wooden. Because a long story is that I'm a photographer as well.
Yeah.
So I used to do wooden boxes as giveaways to the clients that I would have.
Oh, okay.
So I decided, you know what, I just want to make a wooden sneaker box since I was always into sneakers, and I never done it.
Okay.
And it took like a year and a half went by, and I said, you know what, let me just make this wooden box.
Yeah.
And I made it for my sneakers, and a few of my friends are like, man, you should start selling this.
Yeah,
so I sold like 2 of them to them actually, and they supported me. And I decided, you know what, I'm actually gonna make this thing an Instagram page and so on.
And then, like, when you were coming up with the design, right?
Yeah.
And just like the dimensions of the box.
Yeah.
Like, how did you go about
So
that?
so I took the first box I made was actually but too small because I made it for my Jordan 4 red metallics last year, the one I got, and it was a bit too small, so I actually made it size to a size 10 and 11, and I just took a normal sneaker box, a Nike box, measured it same size as the lid and so on, and just created it like
so
that.
are your sneaker boxes all the same sizes basically, or do they vary given?
Now they do vary.
Oh, okay.
So you'd get your, I'll call it a men's size box that fits from a 7 up to 11 or 12 Jordan 1, so it's a high top, and then I make smaller ones for the ladies that fit from like a kid size up to size 6, size 7. So yeah, because it was a bit weird because a lady did buy a sneaker and she was a size 4,
and it just looks
box,
small, and
it was looking too weird. So I was like, you know what, I'll redo the box, and then
and like, with regard to that, so how did the name Kickcraft come about? How did you come up with that? Because I know like when I started my thing, right, my YouTube channels, and even like this segment, it was so hard coming up with the name.
Yeah. So I was like, because remember the OG boxes that I made was some sort of a Kraft looking box. It was just browns, and it was 2 shades of brown, literally.
Okay.
You could either get the box in a light brown with a dark logo, or a dark box with a light logo.
Yeah.
And it was a very crafty idea. So I was like, you know what, I want to make Kraft wooden sneaker boxes. So I was like, you know what can I call it? I was searching, I was looking at the people's Instagram names, like resellers, and like Kicks this, Kicks that, Kicks for sale, Kicks on steroids, stuff like that. And I was like, you know what, I don't want to call it sneaker boxes because it doesn't, I mean, it is that, but it sounds a bit weird. So I got Kraft, which was the second word, and I was like, you know what, sneaker craft, Kickcraft, and I'm like, okay, Kickcraft, that's dope. And I was doing a logo, and I wanted to start this Instagram page so quickly.
Yeah.
So there's K and a K. I literally just took the 1K and flipped it.
Yeah,
and I was like, geez, that's the logo.
That's what we
done.
need. Hey, man,
it's over.
I love hearing people's processes, like their process on how they came up with their name, or just like the story behind how they came. Because there's always a story to it. Like a person, it's not just. I don't believe in someone just coming out the blue and be like, that's how I got it. Like, there's always something that leads to it, and obviously, like that whole leading towards that moment, you're gonna be like, oh, that's how it is. But like I said, there's that story.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So yeah, man.
Like even now, like I'm trying to figure out, like, should I change the logo? But it just sticks.
No, I think Kickcraft, the Kickcraft logo is,
it's just like I don't want to do too much. I don't want to, sometimes, we got this crazy idea and I want to make a crazy logo and it just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
So I mean, like right now I'm doing t-shirts for myself that I use for my videos and so on, and socks and things, and I was like trying to play with it, and it just works. So I'm like, you know what, just don't touch it if it works. Yeah, you can't. Just leave it.
It's a working formula. No need to
just let it rock like that, man.
So guys, so the food that we will be eating today. So this is a restaurant that's based in Krugersdorp. Yeah, I know Devil's Dope, yes, but I know. So yeah, so this is the Roadhouse burger. So I'm assuming this is just like a beef burger. So you can. I like the boxing. The boxing is really cool.
Crazy packaging.
Yeah, and the chips are apparently the chips bang as well. So
the chips are so sick, man.
Yeah, man. So this is the Roadhouse burger that we're gonna be eating, man. So before we get into the shoes, let's just dig in, have a bite of this burger.
Bro.
you know, get it going.
It's like a wedge but a chip.
Yeah, bruh. How the chips, they good. Yeah,
man,
good, bro.
I like the packaging, bro. For me, packaging is everything, man.
Facts, bro. Yeah, it's just.
It's a mad burger. It's tasty, bro.
It's cruiser, boy. It's tasty meat, yeah, bro. So yeah, man. So let's get your first shoe out, bro. What you want to talk about? Trying to figure out which one. Okay, man.
So the first one would be this. I think it's not a hype sneaker. It's not a collab or anything of that sort, but it has sentimental
value to you.
To me.
Okay.
Right. So my wife and I, when we were still dating, so this sneaker she bought for me in 2015.
Oh shit. Okay.
I've never washed the sneaker. I wore it like just a handful of times.
Yeah.
So at that time, I was just like an intern still.
Okay.
So my cash and the
cash
bag,
flow was young. Yeah.
It was like I would just go into a sports scene, for example, and
Yeah.
just look at normal Air Forces and be like, you know what, damn, one day. So it was my birthday. It was around my birthday. So we went to the Nike store in Woodmead.
Yeah.
And these were on the shelf, a size 10. It's my size.
Yeah.
And I liked them so much. But I was like, nah, I don't have the cash right now or whatever. And then she bought them for me for my birthday.
That's lovely.
The box and stuff didn't have the lid because it was on last sizes. And the box is literally exactly the same right now. I still have the box.
That's
so
crazy.
for me, it's like, sentimental value that, from those days, like for 2 years straight, she would just buy me all the sneakers that I currently have.
That's crazy, bro.
So a lot of all the sneakers at that time that I had.
Yeah.
She actually bought for me for birthdays and so on.
I'm looking at the shoe, right? And I'm trying to find if I can see any design flaws or anything like that, bro. First of all, that suede quality is nice, dude. And
man,
it looks so good.
I mean, even the canvas. How often do you see an Air Force these days?
Yeah.
With a canvas.
But speaking of 2015, bro, 2015 there was a stage where like a lot of stores are actually stocking a lot of different Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
A lot were good quality, And it just goes to show, from a reviewer's perspective, and just like other collectors, when I see, they're always complaining about the quality of the shoes, of the Nike shoes now. Like, it's always just like, yeah, the shoe's hot, but guys, there's glue stains everywhere and this shit like that,
Stitching.
And
all of that. Like, it will always be that. And I think, look, in my opinion, some of the sneakers I got recently were, but, when it comes to quality and so on. But I mean, back then the sneakers were crazy.
Yeah, they're built amazingly.
Like the quality, I had an Air Force from 2012. I rocked that thing every day or every second day for 3 years straight.
Shit. Those yellow dunks, bro.
Yeah.
That I showed you. You can see the yellowing on the sole now. But those things are from 2009.
I wore that Air Force until the sole split in half on the one side, that when I'd wash it, water would go in there. When I wear it for the first time after wash, it goes... And the water spray. Now, man, it's the same thing. So I just like comfortable sneakers first and foremost, right?
Yeah.
Air Forces for me was obviously one of the sneakers that I started with.
Yeah.
The sneaker that started sneakers for me was the Converse Pro Leathers.
Mad quality as well.
Yeah.
Mad quality.
Now the Pro Leathers that you get now, they're not
as
good as well, but they're still mad sneakers and they're comfortable as well. So that's what started, but I was always around that silhouette, the rounded, that sneaker.
Did you also go through a phase when they had the Converse Jack Purcell with the little slit on the front of the shoes?
Yeah, the smiley.
Yeah, the smiley. Yeah.
You could get those in white or the baby blues.
And then you also could get the slip-on versions, bro. That was so good.
I'm originally from Durban, right?
Me too. So that's how I know.
Lee Boss of the Road.
Yeah.
Jack Purcell's in a Pringle t-shirt,
it's
or a Pringle shirt,
or
a pointer t-shirt. Like that's the thing, man. That's how we grew up. We didn't know about me being myself. None of the people in my family were ever into sneakers, so I didn't have that history where I know Jordans and these sort of things. It was Superstars, Pro Leathers, All
Even
Stars,
the Cortezes were big as well.
that sort of thing. So
because I was gonna say people always ask me how did I get into shoes, I always tell them, I got into sneakers subconsciously. Because there's always certain shoes that I always saw when I grew up. It was the Superstars, Cortezes.
Yeah.
I hardly ever saw Air Force Ones. Only like later stage.
Yeah, when you started getting older and stuff.
But I mean, like it was literally just Superstars, Cortezes, Smileys, All Stars, Sebagos,
Skid Grips.
Yeah, all of those shoes. That's the shoes that I grew up watching all my older cousins rock, and that's like subconsciously when I first could buy a sneaker with my own cash when I was working in varsity. First shoe I ever bought was a Superstar. Bearing that we were big at that stage, I think it was like 2013. Like they had that whole run.
Yeah.
Always Stan Smith or a Superstar. That was my first shoes that I bought my own cash at.
That's crazy. Like the sneaker I first bought with my own cash would probably be Vans. And up till this day, I always tell people like, yes, I got some crazy Jordans, got some cool Air Maxes as well.
Yeah.
But if you ever see me out, I'm always either in Ultra Boost or Vans.
Yeah, dude, I hardly wear my hype shoes either, dude.
Like
only for special events. If someone's like, okay, cool, we need some, like, I wouldn't say the person's never gonna say we need you to wear a hype shoe, but I mean, like, the event you're going to. So obviously, like now as a sneaker reviewer, bro, I was at a restaurant, not a restaurant, like a bar. Guy comes in, oh, you just from the sneaker vault. I'm like, yeah. Then this man don't look down at my feet to see what I was wearing, bro. He literally looked down to see what I was rocking. Luckily, I was wearing my Yeezys, but the guy literally looked down to see what I was wearing. I was like, what if I was wearing like some normal Adidas shoe? The guy's gonna be mad disappointed, bro.
Like a normal just ZX Plus.
You know what I'm trying to say, bro? And I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, I don't understand how comfortable I don't think you guys understand how comfortable I am in that shoe. But like to them, it'd be like, why is this guy wearing a general release shoe? You know what I'm trying to say? So, hey, dude, it's one of those things, bro. So my second question for you is now we touched on it a bit now that we were talking, would be like, how did you get into sneakers, bro?
Yeah, man, look, when I first started getting sneaker, my ideal of how I was and what I was exposed to at that time, Lee Boss of the Road jeans, Converse Pro leathers, Fubu t-shirt.
Yeah, shots.
Yeah, 05, 92.
Fubu t-shirt was big, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Fubu t-shirts. At that time, they were like $450 a t-shirt.
Yeah,
like,
and I think you could get them like a Grey Street at the time.
Yeah, exactly. Like American Menswear and all these stores. That was it for me. You know, when we moved up to Joburg, obviously I was then exposed to
a lot more.
But even so, like everybody that I was in school with weren't really into sneakers.
Yeah.
They weren't into sneakers. They would just wear regular shoes, right? But for me, I was always around, I listened to hip hop.
Yeah.
So you would obviously see these things.
Yeah, especially the music videos and stuff.
The music videos. And that's, most of our generation today is influenced by that sort of thing.
Facts.
And, that's how we learn the stuff. So I would just, check out Air Forces and things, and I would want one. So I bought an Air Force, got my brother, my dad, and everyone onto Air Forces and so on. And that's how I got into sneakers.
Yeah.
And I was always into the the Air Forces, Vans, but like all brands, I would the Puma suedes, for example.
Yeah.
Mad sneaker.
No, very good quality.
It's one of the sneakers that I love. The most, and the price point of Puma suede.
It makes sense.
Crazy.
It makes sense.
It's crazy, and it's like an OG sneaker also.
I actually wanted to touch on when you said you just got to Joburg and you actually got like exposed to this new life. When I moved, the shoe that I was exposed to the most when I got to Joburg was Air Max culture.
Really?
Air Max culture, bro. Like I didn't know anything about Air Max culture when I was in Durban. Obviously, I moved to Joburg when I was 14. But like when I got older, bro, Air Max 90s. That's literally all people used to wear.
Yeah, the 90s were big.
Yeah, they were huge.
The 90s were big. The 90s were big. It's like so sad that the people kind of slept on these silhouettes, man, on these sneakers, because they're so dope, and the quality on those pairs compared to the stuff that we're getting now, you can't even compare the stuff, man.
Yeah, dude, that's the truth. And I mean the whole phase when they were making the I think those Air Max 90s they had the American flag on them.
Oh yes, those are mad.
Blue, red, and I think blue, red.
Yeah, even the insole with the flag as well.
I don't know. All I know, a lot of people used to rock fakes of those, bro. Because there were a lot of them rolling around at the time, bro. That's why I found the first one I probably ever saw probably a fake one. I'm sorry, because they were everywhere, bro. But yeah, that was like I was saying, man. That was Air Max 90 culture when I was introduced.
Yeah,
I was introduced.
Yeah,
to
no, I was just always on the Air Max.
Yeah.
I mean, not Air Max, the Air Force.
Yeah.
Man. Like that was my shoe, man. Like I would just love to get all the colorways in that Air Force.
Facts.
Like grays, the light grays, smoke grays, all of them.
Yeah, and like, you know, like when you say when you first fell in love with sneakers, like, you know, we all get to this point when we love sneakers. Like, when did you get to a point where you were like, okay, cool, I want to actually collect sneakers?
So it wasn't long ago actually. It was literally like 2-3 years ago. Yeah. Where I would buy like I started getting into the collabs. So I would like the collabs. So I wouldn't buy a sneaker if it wasn't like a collab.
Oh, so you're just buying exclusive stuff?
Yeah, like the Alexander McQueen Pumas.
Big. You get them from the Puma Select store?
Yeah.
Shout out, yeah.
So the Alexander McQueen Pumas, I got some collab Vans, you know, some of the exclusive stuff. So I was into the collabs. I wouldn't want general stuff. I always wanted things that I would want to wear, sneakers that not a lot of people would have.
Sure.
So I wouldn't really go to any of the chain stores that we have in our country and go buy a sneaker. I would want something a bit more exclusive. Like it must be on its way off the shelf, and then I want that. I want that shit. So that was it for me. So that's when I started actually collecting. Like I would buy them, not wear them. My wife would like give me hell, man. She'd be like, yo, why are you buying another sneaker? Like you have 5 that you still didn't wear. Like, you know, she didn't understand it.
Yeah, something they hardly understand, yeah.
So that was it. And but like sneaker collecting, like where I started like really seriously started buying sneakers was actually last year, man.
Yeah.
And it was for a pair of Jordans, the Pine Greens.
Was this after the Last Dance, or just did they have some influence? I know, like a lot of.
For me, it wasn't about that.
Yeah,
like I really started liking. So I had Jordan 1 mids and stuff before, not a high.
Yeah.
And it was when the Pine Green 2.0 is released, and my wife
crazy
and
quality on those.
My wife and I went to Shesha, and in Santon, and like there was like maybe 6 people at the raffle.
Shit, eh?
Me and her were the only people that had tickets in the size 10 pot for my size, right?
Shit.
And before that, another couple, like 2 seconds or 2 minutes before the raffle closed, a couple came and put their tickets in the size 10, and they got it only size 10. I was so angry.
So what did you buy? Did you buy from them?
No, I couldn't buy it because they didn't want to sell that thing. They wanted like $5,000 for it. I was like, I'm not paying $5,000. At that time, I didn't know, like, geez, like, dude, I'm not doing that. Eventually, I was searching, I was hitting Gumtree, Facebook all the time, and I've actually found a size 11 that was around $3,300. So I called the guy. I'm like, dude, you know what? I'm a size 10, but the 11 might fit. I really want this sneaker.
Oh, so you got it from Gumtree?
Yeah, so I found the seller on there, but he happened to have hit the raffle at Shelf Life.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
So he got it. He sold it to me for that $3,300. Got it, put it on. I was like, cool, I'll keep it. But in my heart, I was like, you know what? It's still a bit loose, man. I need that size 10. Yeah. So I didn't know anything about, not too much about resale. So I hit up the back door.
Yeah.
And I told them, like, man, somebody referred me to you guys. Do you guys do size swaps? Like, I have a size 11, but I want a size 10.
Yeah.
Then they're like, no, they don't have. The only one they have is consigned, and the guy's not too keen on it. Try limited run in Cape Town. So I called limited run. I'm like, hey man, this is what's up. Like I messaged them on Instagram. They told me, look, we can do the size swap for you, but you gotta send it to us first. And then I was like, hell no.
Yeah, you were busy.
And in my mind, I was like, no, I know people got scared.
Yeah, sure.
Or it's like, I don't know. Like even though they had a big following at the time.
But it's still new to you.
It was still new because like I didn't know a person behind the page. Like I was speaking to a page.
Yeah,
like, I didn't know. Nothing made
you.
it personal, you know. And that's just me in general.
Yeah.
Also, like if I haven't, like even like if there's a new online store that comes up, like somebody will have to tell me, like, dude, I bought from there. It's good.
Yeah.
Then I would jump on.
You need to be referred to. Yeah.
You know, especially when it's something that I know I paid $3,000 for.
It's a lot of money. Yeah.
It's a lot of cash. Yeah. So I actually sent them the pair. I just finally took.
Yeah, took the leap of faith.
Took the leap of faith. I just sent them the pair, and they actually sent me the size 10. But like the way they sent it to me, it actually had like a thank you note, like I bought the pair from them.
Oh yeah.
It was so mad.
Customer service, man.
The whole experience, man. Like when they told me I must take a picture, tag them, they reposted that stuff, like a whole thank you card, the way it was packaged, the box. I was like, it actually made me feel
it made me feel,
okay,
that's right.
I deserve this sneaker now.
I
deserve, this pine green that I always wanted, because I was like, I actually felt like, damn.
No, I get you.
So there's this, that's when I actually started. Then after that, I was like, every Jordan drop.
It went in,
Every drop.
When the bug hits you, bro. When it hits you, dude, there's no stopping it.
I tell all my cousins, man, like, if you're not into sneakers yet, don't rush.
Yeah, because
don't rush.
It's just gonna drive you insane.
It's crazy, man. It's never enough.
Yeah,
basically.
Facts.
It's like you want one after the other, man. Like it can be the exact same thing, just in a different color.
Yeah,
and
facts.
you still want it.
Hey, dude, that's sneakers for you, man. But anyways, man, let's jump into this burger.
This is such a dope burger, man.
I initially wanted to try out the first, well, not anything with like any specialities to it, man. Something I asked the lady there and she was like, yeah, she's trying this Supreme, it has all these things in it. I'm just like, yo, wait.
Sometimes simple is better. Man.
So let's pull out your second shoe, man.
This would be the Nike SB Jordan 1 Low Lance Mountains.
This is nice, bro. These are nice, dude.
I wore them once or twice.
Yeah.
For the sneaker event that that I was hosting or co-hosted last year. That's when I wore it for the first time, actually. So, how I got this? Facebook.
Shit.
Yeah. Met the guy. He actually skates for Nike.
Oh shit!
And he got sponsored this, and he just happened to be my size, so he got sponsored a lot of pairs.
Yeah.
He gets sponsored pairs, right? Obviously, like the skating shoe and so on. So he actually sold. He listed the pair for like $1,800, and then I paid him $2,000 for it, right? But the reason why I liked this, it was the second shoe I got after the Pine Green one, and only when I saw this, I started like Googling properly and trying to figure out like, what the shoe is.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know when I saw the picture that this canvas actually tears off.
The more you wear it.
Yeah.
And there's another color underneath it.
Yeah. So this color, this leg, the right leg, is the UNC colorway. So under here, there's actually leather. It's a leather shoe. It's a leather.
So you have to wear the shoe.
Yeah, it's a leather Jordan 1. So if you feel here, you'll feel the Wings logo.
Man.
So this is the UNC. So it's white and baby blue, the UNC colors. The other leg is the Royal colorway.
So it kind of makes sense. Do you think the stitching has something to do with that as well?
Yeah, because that's the leather under there.
Oh, shit, that's
and the other leg is the royal blue and the black colorway. So the royal colorway. So it's actually two different. It looks like you're wearing two different shoes.
Damn, bro.
So that's. I mean, like I'd never sell this. Like I got tons of offers on this shoe. Like not like ridiculous offers, but it's like nearly double, triple the price of what I paid for it, and I wouldn't sell it because, not the fact only that I paid, a fair low amount for the shoe, but it's just so dope. Like you can't really get this. And
are you ever gonna wear it to the test, or you gonna try and tear it by yourself, or?
So I actually on Instagram I saw a guy that actually used the blade and he cut like flames out of it. Like the
it's just like the stitching, but the leather showing.
Yeah. So it still had the canvas, but the leather would show through the canvas.
Shit.
Man, like I would never sell these. These are so sick. Like I'm waiting now for summer. Gonna pull these out and actually wear them.
Rock them hard. And I wanted to ask, like I've always wanted to find out, do you have a pair of Jordan 1 lows also?
No, these are the only ones.
Okay, so obviously this is the same quality, well, let's say the same outer sole as the one itself.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between the SB Jordan 1s and the actual Jordan 1s in terms of comfortability? Can you feel like a difference, or is it very similar?
The SB dunks.
No, I'm talking about the SB Jordan 1s, because obviously if it's skateboarding, there's some sort of tech in it.
Look, I didn't feel, anything different. For me, it was just normal, because remember, like with the SB dunks, they have the zoom sole inside. Yeah. So it's more cushion.
I need to. That's why I really want to SB dunks to actually try to feel the difference.
So now those are mad comfortable. Yeah. Those are mad comfortable. For these, look, in my opinion, it's not the most comfortable sneaker. Yeah. Like I wouldn't wear the.
No, Jordan 1s in there aren't that very good.
Like even the lows, like it's not a shoe that I could wear, for more than 4 hours.
Yeah, sure.
For example, it's a good looking shoe, no doubt. Banging silhouette. It's not the most comfortable sneaker to wear. Same thing with the Jordan 1s, man. And also what I found that even in these lows, I don't know if it's just the SBs or lows in general, but these are a bit snug than a normal Jordan 1.
What, it's snug on the sides?
Yeah.
So you can't need a half size.
Yeah, you need a half size up on these. That's the, that's
what I think we don't really get half sizes hardly ever.
Nah, they don't bring in half sizes, man. So yeah.
Because I feel like most of these shoes, you always have to get like a half size.
Yeah, you have to get a half size.
This is what it is, bro. But those are crazy. I love this colorway. I love that's really a nice summer colorway, bro.
It's crazy.
It's a banging shoe. So my third question for you, bro, is, when you're coming up with the process to design a sneaker box, what's that process? Like, how do you come up with like the material that you need? Oh yeah. The color that you need, all of these things.
Man. I actually brought a box to show you.
Please. Well. Maybe you can just like break down how you do that.
So, I'm just gonna open this, but I'll show you. So the box I brought through, unfortunately I couldn't bring the pair with me.
Oh, this is fire, bro.
But this is for the MX97, the Sean Witherspoons. And so my creative concepts are, it's nice that you asked me that question because I actually have the boxes so I can explain it. So what I do is I first look at the sneaker and I first research, the history behind it if I don't know it, right? So for example, the Witherspoons, I knew the concept behind it of, how he was creating the sneaker, but then I actually tried to replicate the sneaker on the box. Okay. So make the box like the sneaker as well. So on the sneaker itself, right, here I put this wave logo. Okay. So that's the logo that's actually on one of the tongues on the MX97.
This is one of the removable things,
the Velcro.
Yeah.
Now this, if you look at this box, you look at it through that way. So that'll be the front. Okay. Right? So that's what you see on the tongue, right? Okay. If you turn to the side, that's the side of the sneaker.
Oh shit! And then this was, that's fine.
You see that?
Yeah, that's fine.
So this is the stripe. So each of these pieces are individually painted. There's 38 elements on this box that make up these stripes on all four sides. Even the swoosh is separate, and it's painted separate. Flap. So this swoosh obviously went according to the color scheme of the sneaker as well. And the stripes also, same thing. I couldn't get it obviously as identical to the same colors, but it's like dead close, right? Yeah. Now this side represents the heel of the sneaker, the back of it, which actually has the VA to LA to VA on it.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, the VA to LA on it. That's the strip, and it's also in gray on the same.
Does the VA have something to do with like where the first or okay?
And that's how that's the back of the heel tab of the sneaker. Now, the top of the box, because I couldn't get these colors in the corduroy to replicate the sneaker, I decided to do the swoosh. I mean the Nike logo on the lid in corduroy.
That's so crazy, dude.
So it's actually stuck on and then cut in corduroy. So that represents the material that's on the actual pair. Dude, so around the whole box, like it's just the sneaker. So it actually looks like the sneaker.
That's such attention to detail, actually, bro.
Yeah. So that's what I would do. So I would, first look at the sneaker, put some ideas down on a page. Then I would use my design software and replicate the box and see how it'll look with the colors. Yeah. If the customer wants to check concepts and stuff before I do it, I'll send it through. But most of the customers, I have 90% of them are like, Shaylin, just go crazy. Just go crazy. I know, I trust you. Just go crazy. And this box is actually for Sebastian Dark.
Oh shit!
This is Sebastian Dark MX97 Sean Witherspoon box.
Because I feel like if I think a lot of people like don't want to put the in because like you're the creator. They want you to do the things. Because I feel like if I say I wanted to come out looking like this, I kind of put you in a box. Excuse the pun there, but like
no.
I put I put you put in this box where you can't really create as much as you want to create because you're trying to also so. Man, dude, I love the attention to detail on that, bro. And like, how long will that box take you?
So I would normally take a day just to design it, get a concept going, and then to actually make the box, I would say around 4 days. Okay. So my timelines for everyone is just around 3 to 4 days, if not quicker. Obviously, the normal Nike or the Jordan 1 boxes, those are quick. I can knock those out in like 2 days. But I just say 3 to 4 days depending on how many boxes I'm doing. So I mean, the last week I done 11 boxes. The week before that, 10 boxes.
That's mad, bro.
So it's been going crazy. I have boxes in Dubai. There's one box that went to Canada now.
Global,
customer took it to Canada, South Korea, Malawi, Namibia, Botswana. It's crazy.
That's great. And I mean, like, are you finding more and more people want the the box to be a replica of the shoe, or they're still wanting for your OG boxes that you?
Good question, because look, most of the boxes were the normal personalized boxes. You get a Nike box, put your name on the side. Makes a great gift idea.
Yeah.
You know, especially, and you know what, I'll mention this, around 70 to 80% of the customers I had were all females, which was crazy because, you know, they like personalized stuff as well.
Because I think when I first saw your boxes on the social media, it was from a female's page.
You see? Yeah. And it's crazy because you can have that personalized touch to it, and it's a great gift idea, right? So if you think about now, you know, to give, what do you gift a sneaker in? Like, if you don't have the budget of buying somebody a sneaker for $4,000, like, what do you get? Like socks, because you're not sure what socks they would take. Like, you know, some of us are very fussy. Like, you know what, I want stance socks, but it needs to look like this. I won't wear something with flowers on it, for example, right? Whereas a box, it's for the shoe or the brand that the person loves, and you can put the name on it. So your box is never
it makes as
the same as somebody else's box. And that's the same thing I told everybody. Like, even though you get 2 of the same Nike boxes, none of them are identical the same, because I do them all by hand. So I stain them, paint them all by hand. So something on the box is always different.
It's always going to be different.
It's always going to be different.
Yeah, man.
That's why, you know, now, like, my tagline is bespoke sneaker boxes. Because we have the normal Nike ones, but I mean, some of these boxes, like the Witherspoon box, and done a ton of boxes. I don't replicate those boxes. I keep it unique for the customer.
So basically, this Witherspoon box will be different to another Witherspoon box you do.
Exactly. You know, so I mean, I've done 2 J Balvin boxes, right? And they're not the same. So I've done around 6 Off-White Chicago Jordan 1
and
boxes.
all of them are different.
None of them are the same.
So in that instance, how do you keep the creative juices flowing with that?
It's crazy.
Because I understand, like, being able to, like, make like 2 boxes, 3 boxes. Yeah. But now, you know, obviously if another person comes to you, I want a box for my OG Chicago, that'll be your 7th box. Yeah. So now
it's crazy. So I mean, I've done one which was like a normal Jordan 1 box. Then I've done one where it was like a basketball theme box. Then I've done 2 boxes for the back door, which was a Chicago Bulls theme box.
Oh shit! Okay.
So it had the Chicago Bulls logo in perspex on the lid, and the floor of the box was actually cork, and I engraved the basketball court on the floor. Because yes, it is a Jordan 1 and so on, but that's the first Jordan 1 that he created, was for the Chicago color.
That's crazy.
And it was because of the basketball team. That's why I put the basketball floor in there, because that's what started the whole Jordan thing. So sometimes it's not only about the sneaker, but it's about the history behind it. So I try to combine both of it. So it's like when you look at a box, it needs to tell a story. For the custom bespoke pieces, right? It needs to speak to you. You need to know what shoe that box is for without seeing the shoe.
Okay, no, I get you.
Yeah,
and that's mad interesting, bro. Yeah, let's dig in here, bro.
So the next one, I'll bring 2 out at the same time. Air Max Susan, or Air Max 1 Susan, and the Air Max 1 Denham.
I reviewed this shoe, man. Like, you know,
now,
blown away by the quality of this.
Now both are DS, cause
you don't know when you're gonna wear them.
look, they always say wear your sneakers. Like, I will wear my sneakers, but these I don't think so. Now the story behind these, right? I'll start with the Denhams, because this is what I got first. This is the second Air Max 1 that I own. Right? The first one was the Air Max 1 picnic pack. That grey one. It was like canvas type of Air Max 1.
Okay.
That I got from my brother, actually.
Okay.
He let me rock those a few times and so on. So that was dope. But these, it was when I started getting into the sneaker collecting and so on. When we hosted the first event, Kicks and Connects, last year, on the same day there was the raffle for these. But you had to go to the store and enter, and you had to wait 3 hours. So what I had done was, a friend of mine, Jamie Lee, I took her and myself. She entered, I entered for a size 10. But the story behind these is that I knew the sneaker was releasing because Bernie from Soul Knowledge, I was going to help him shoot the video where he told the story behind the sneaker. And unfortunately, the day that it was supposed to drop and the day that we were supposed to do it, it was still held back in customs.
Okay.
Right? So we couldn't do it, and he relocated to Germany the next week.
Oh shit. Okay.
So we couldn't do it. So I actually entered the raffle when I found out this, because I mean when I saw it, the quality is just crazy.
It's
like
mad,
the denim, the nubuck, the leather, just the whole.
Even the leather inside the shoe is mad.
Yeah,
bro.
like you don't want to wear anything, you know. So it's so crazy. So we entered. We went back to the event. I told the guys, like, guys, if I win, you just need to give me a few minutes to get here. You know. So I was like, cool. I didn't think I was gonna win anyway. I mean, people flew from Cape Town to enter this raffle. Right, because there was only 12 pairs that denim bought.
And I feel like it was only like specific sneaker guys.
Yeah, this was the only size 10 that was brought into South Africa by denim, right? And the retail price was $7,600. So it was crazy. I mean, but people flew down from, because the MX scene in Cape Town is crazy.
No, it's mad. The bubble scene is crazy. Yeah.
So I entered, and then they phoned. My brother was at the store when they were doing the raffle, and he told me, he's like, tell Jamie to answer her phone. She hit on the MX1. So I ran to him like, Jamie, answer your phone. Like, we got this. Like, we gotta go. We gotta pay this thing now. Yeah. So we went, paid for it. I got it, brought it back. I'm actually building a personal box for this. It's gonna be crazy, and I might just do the video in the denim store. So that'll be
madness, bro.
That'll be crazy. So I hope they let me do it. But yeah, I mean, this is crazy. So that's what actually now got me back into MX1s.
Oh, okay.
Now on the same day that I got that, I started looking around at MXs and so on, and a friend of mine, Yusuf Rahim, and he owns the gallery in Bedford.
Okay.
He showed me this sneaker, the Susan, and I fell in love with the sneaker the day I saw it. Yeah. I mean, the quality, the materials. I'm a fan of quality and materials. Yeah. Like, I would sometimes pass on a Jordan, no matter how hyped it is, if it has crap quality.
That's me now, bro. That's me. So
like, I won't buy something just for the hype.
And this looks like we're lost.
Yeah, like it needs to make sense. Yeah. Like, I mean, the midsole here is leather.
What? Yo, I didn't know. Okay, this makes sense with the stitching. Like, I was wondering why the stitching was so. Yo, dude, that's crazy, bro.
Crazy, huh? No, I actually built a personal box for these.
Yeah.
And I put it at the store, and the guy bought a Susan from the store, and he took my box with him.
Oh, okay.
So he actually bought that box. That was cool. It actually had fur and stuff on the inside and things. But, you know, it's crazy. I mean, this was actually so a lot of people, well, most people know, but a lot of people still don't know that the shoe is actually based on the movie The Missing Link.
Okay.
And the guy that made the movie is Phil Jackson's son.
Oh shit! The basketball guy, hence the, I don't know if this is
like the owner, the Nike guy, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's what, you know, it's his kind of sneaker. So even on the tongue, it doesn't say Air Max. It's got the Max scratched out and it says Susan on it. So it's an Air Susan, literally.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy, man. So I really fell in love with the sneaker. The quality specifically
crazy,
the quality, like the materials. Like, you know, if you pay a premium for this, it'll make sense.
How much is the shoe retail for?
A retail?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you a retail price.
I don't know what it retail for. Probably around $1,500 or $2,000, but
with the leather on the outer sole.
Yeah,
that's mad.
But probably I could be correct. I could be wrong. But resale on this right now is 8,000 Rand up. Shit, $8,000 up. It's the same price as the denims. The denims, there's only, I stand to be corrected, 6,500 to 6,800 pairs in the world.
But the thing we might do the denim, I don't think it should have been. It's not a resale shoe, because you're not gonna make any profit on it regardless. That's a personal pay. You buy it for personal pay.
Well, they sold for 13,000 and 14,000 Rand.
The hell bought for 14,000?
Yeah, there's quite a few. Some guys imported and sold it for 13 and 14. So, like, a lot of guys tell me, like, shaylin, list it. I'm like, I don't want to sell this thing. Like, I don't want to sell it.
Dude, I don't like, you know, speaking of like selling, like people telling me to list. Every video, so my Nike Dunk Brazils, every video I post, even on my Instagram when I post a snippet.
Somebody wants to buy it.
How much you selling a Nike Dunk for?
Come on, bro.
I wear my shoes, though. I don't sell nothing, bro.
Like the same here with me, man. Like I don't sell sneakers. Yeah. That's not my thing. I'm not a reseller.
Yeah.
I'm a box creator, or I create bespoke boxes.
I think the only thing I'll do is trade a shoe for another shoe.
That's I will do. The only thing but that's very rare.
Yeah, for me as well.
It's very rare because firstly, I wouldn't buy a sneaker if I don't like it. So if I bought the sneaker, that means I'm talking about
say like if someone, like say if the guy really wanted my Brazilian dunks, and he was offering me another pair of ducks, like a different duck.
Like something that you really like.
I wasn't really wanted, and that's the only time.
That's fine. I would trade.
But I'll never buy a shoe smaller size than myself to trade for 10. I don't like doing that to people, bro. I hate it.
Look, you know what? Like I don't. It's not that I'm not against the resale culture because it is a business and it's a worldwide thing.
Yeah, sure.
But me myself, it's hard for me to pay resale for something.
I must love the shoe, bro.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like I really gotta love the sneaker. It's so hard, man. Like $8,000.
That's a lot of money. Bro. That's a lot of money,
bro. $9,000 for Susan, right?
Yeah.
$8 to $9,000 for Susan. It's a Nike Air Max.
Yeah.
You could get a Gucci Ace at the Gucci store.
Yeah, for $9.
We would never go into the Diamond Walk and be like, yo, I'm blowing $10,000 on the sneaker.
That's the thing, right? Outside they'd be like, I can't believe he bought a wallet for $10,000. But you know that wallet, the leather on the wallet's crazy, but they'd be like, I can't believe he bought a wallet.
But let it be a off-white wallet.
They're inside, bro.
Go on.
Hey man, let's just have one more bite, bro. So I wanted to ask my fourth question for you, bro. So we were touching on like personal boxes and things like that. How many personal boxes have you made for yourself, or do you find out you hardly ever time to actually just make personal boxes for yourself?
I don't have time at all. Like the denim box that I'm creating for myself, personal.
And you've been working on that for a minute now, eh?
2 months.
Shut up.
It's not, and it takes me literally 4 to 5 days to make that box, like proper. But this one is gonna be mad. I just honestly don't have time to do it. Like I'm doing like 12 boxes in a week. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. So you come back from work, and then straight into your studio where you make all these things.
Yeah. So I'm an e-learning designer.
Okay.
For corporate, so I build e-learning courses, graphic design, and all of that. And then I also do photography and cinematography. Kind of slowed down and that a bit now because
obviously other things have taken off. Yeah.
And this is booming a little bit more.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing now. So yeah, after work at 4, hit the boxes.
Shit, and then
the hustle.
And then and it's from 4 until.
Bro, I sleep. This past week,
yeah,
I didn't sleep earlier than 12 o'clock.
Shit,
it's crazy.
Man, that's just demand, bro. Are you ever gonna think about maybe? Obviously, this is like in future plans. We'll touch on that a bit later, more in depth a bit later. But like, just like getting more help with.
So I have a friend on board that, that's rocking with me at the moment. That we can push out a lot more.
Okay.
In a shorter amount of time as well. So that's cool.
Oh, that's good, bro. That's good. So your fifth shoe. What is the fifth shoe you have for me?
The last shoe.
Hey man. Now this is a quick shout out to Reebok SA. I love the fact that we pretty much get every collab, and on the collabs the quality is always really, really decent.
This is crazy.
And that's what I like about it.
But this sneaker means a lot.
Yeah.
It has also
very, very sentimental. Yeah.
I was at Sneaker Exchange. A friend of mine referred Bernie to me. Bernie from Soul Knowledge.
Shout out Bernie from Soul Knowledge.
Hey, you saw one of my boxes. The man actually posted a box on his page of him holding a box that wasn't even his.
Yeah.
And he tagged me and he told people, go check out Kickcraft for the amazing work. Man, I've never spoken to the guy, met the guy before. Just
out there doing due diligence, and
he got my number from a friend.
Yeah.
He called me. He's like, you don't know me, you never met me. I'm Bernie. This is what I do or whatever. I'm calling you to tell you that, you know what, your product is amazing.
Yeah.
And he gave me game, bro, for like half an hour straight. Like he schooled me and I just listened. Like I was driving, I stopped the car. You can even ask my wife. Stopped the car, spoke to this guy.
Yeah.
Crazy. And how I actually got the sneaker was, so he bought a box from me. I started talking to him, more on a personal level. I told him I do videography and video work and photo work and stuff. And he's like, okay, that's great. I think, and I told him, look, Bernie, I think we were meant to meet each other.
Yeah.
So he does his episodes for his page, and he says, you know what, Shaylin, I'm actually got the opportunity to do a video for the Reebok, the Club C, the Valhalla collab at Microsoft in Bryanston.
Yeah.
With the Xbox One X series. That was before it released,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like 2-3 weeks before the thing released.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. So we went to Microsoft. We shot this video. He was relocating to Germany the next day. We shot 3 videos in one day. In one day. The Reebok video, we shot a video in his studio, which he didn't release yet. That's before he left. And there was another video where he done with the Nike Shocks. The Shocks episode with the 3 Shocks. And when we actually done this, he's also a size 10.
Yeah.
And when we actually done the Reebok video, when we were packing up and bouncing, he told me, he's like, dude, you can have this. This is for you.
Yeah.
And I was like, geez, really?
Yeah.
Like a free sneaker?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, no, this is for you. Try it on. If it fits, it's yours.
Fits
in me.
Bro, and Reebok sizing is good. Like, I don't know, it's good.
It fitted me. I was down. He gave me the sneaker. I actually wanted to take it to him the next day, like literally before he got to the airport. And I wanted to ask him just to sign it. Yeah. Just to sign the sneaker, because I personally feel like he's gonna blow up, man.
Yeah, I know.
Like he's gonna be. I mean, he's in Germany now. I've been checking. You know, if you check out all the videos he's doing and just the way he does stuff, like I just think he's gonna be.
You got like a very. He's a very. I've never met him before, but he seems like a very warm soul.
Yeah.
And that's really important in this business, bro.
Man.
Like it's so relatable to people, and
you don't
people
get
feel
that.
of this. Yeah.
You don't get that. You don't get that. And he's like. He schools me every time I speak to him, but I mean, like, even when you hear him speak in his videos, like, it just goes according to his name.
Yeah.
Soul knowledge.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So this was actually a gift from him. I won it a few times, actually. The quality is mad.
Yeah, dude.
Reebok really done some crazy stuff. I mean, when a lot of Reebok sneakers, like, the quality is
because if I pull out 9 over, it's similar to, it's even got, like, the same woolly
material. This is crazy. I mean,
that's
the leather.
Yeah.
That's proper, genuine leather. That's proper stuff. Like, there's no playing here. And this was crazy. So this is a very, very special.
And I'm a very big fan of this silhouette, especially.
Yeah, it's so clean. You can wear it with anything, jeans, shorts, whatever. Like, it's just crazy. So this is a gift. This was a gift. First gift. First
of many, bro.
First
of many.
gift.
First of many, my guy. First of many.
But yeah.
So man, this is my final question for you. I love asking all my guests this after the conversations we had. So what is next for Kickcraft? The future, like what are the things that you can actually disclose? I mean, let me just put it like that, you know.
So, I'm doing a box for Shesha.
Okay.
They seen my work, they saw my work, and we spoke. And there's a LeBron collab coming.
Is this the Looney Tunes one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The Space Jam, and there was 2 sneakers, so they sent me 3 sneakers, and they're like, hey, we want you to pick one of them, and we want you to create a box for that sneaker. So what I done was there was.
Can you tell us which shoe it is? Which out of the 3 shoes? Are you allowed to tell us which one you picked?
I mean, there's 3 sneakers, but the box is. I combined all 3 sneakers.
Oh, so it's one. So it's a big. Oh,
so no.
So you took all the elements from the 3 shoes.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
All 3 elements.
Yeah.
That's gonna be crazy. The box is done. I'm gonna be revealing it soon.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Just the end. I want to say thank you so much for coming through, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
And like what you're doing for.
I came to Durban basically.
Yeah, hey, bro, you came home. You came home. And you know, like what you've been doing for the sneaker culture in Johannesburg. Let's say all around South Africa, because I mean, all your boxes can be seen everywhere around South Africa. It's something really important, and I suppose and I know you deserve your flowers. Even though you're getting started, it's like a whole new element that you've introduced on social media.
Appreciate that.
And it also allows people who are not being into sneakers to feel part of a community that can be closed off sometimes. Very judgy, but I mean like the normal person can just come to you and get a sneaker box and be felt and feel like they're part of this community. So that's really important and it's important crazy, what you're doing, man.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
And I really do appreciate what you're doing. But just let the people know where they can find you on social media.
Sure, 100%. So you guys, you can check me out on Instagram at kick_craft. And you can hit me there. My phone number's on there, so you can WhatsApp me, you can DM me. And I just want to mention something just before we end. You don't have to have a sneaker that costs 10,000 rand and above for me to do a box for you. I do boxes for all types of sneakers, right? And my box prices don't depend on the price of the sneaker. I've literally done Air Force boxes that costed more than the Air Dior boxes that I've done, right? The Air Dior is 100,000 plus sneaker, right? I've done more expensive boxes for Air Forces that costed $1,500.
No fair.
So it doesn't, it doesn't depend on the price of your sneaker. Obviously, if you want a bespoke piece and you want, a lot of creativity and you want a lot of stuff on the box, that's how we determine the price. So it's not an off-the-shelf product, so it's not going to be like that. So you just hit me up, whatever you need. If you want a personalized box with your name on it, that can be done. If you want a themed box like the box I showed you today, that can be done as well. So yeah, you can hit me up there and we can take it from there.
Hey man, you heard it from the designer himself, man. Thank you so much for tuning in to Soul Talk episode 3. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Be back with another episode soon. Peace.